Star Wars Celebration is right around the corner. I will be there along with teammates from the Den of Nerds. In this video, I want to talk about what we expect to see and what surprises might show up at this convention. We do it for the fans. What's up, everybody? Happy Star Wars Sunday. If you're checking this out on Sunday, and if you're checking it out at a different date, that's cool too, but you should come back on Sundays. That's when we drop Star Wars videos. Now, today's just kind of a laid-back video. I just wanted to talk with you guys about what we can expect from Star Wars Celebration. There's obviously some big things planned, some big panels that will be going on, and so I want to talk about what's going to happen there, what these panels will probably be like, and what we'll see, and then speculate about some possible surprises that might show up as well. All right, so first up on this list is obviously the Star Wars Episode 9 panel. Okay, now this is going to happen on Friday at noon, and that's noon Eastern Standard Time. Essentially, guys, this panel is going to be J.J. Abrams and Kathy Kennedy. That's what's announced for now. There could be other guests that are invited as well. I've been told that we will not see anybody from the main cast, and that might be true. That would be kind of unfortunate, but there could be other people that show up. I mean, outside chances that someone like Mark Hamill could show up, Billy D. Williams could show up, even George Lucas could show up. I know a lot of people have talked about that because this being the end of the Skywalker saga, plenty of people out there would love George's input. And if the rumors are true that George did have actual input and was involved in the making of this film, it would be awesome for him to be there to announce that and also just to kind of talk about what it means to end the Skywalkers. We can expect to get a title, and we can expect to get some footage. They're going to do a trailer. I mean, at this point, we have heard a lot of stuff, like inside baseball stuff, that they have trailers ready to go. And I mean, if they don't put the trailer out at Celebration, and people will riot. And people are very, much anticipating this trailer. So what better way to do it? Now, the way they will do this, it's actually kind of unfortunate for us that we're going to be there in the panel. And I don't regret it because the panel experience is amazing, and you get the posters, and it's just a different kind of energy. It's really, really cool. But they will put it up online right about the same time. So right about that same time, you guys will be able to watch it a bajillion times online, and we won't, because we'll be in the convention center. It would be very rude to just pull out your phone and watch it a bunch of times. We'll finish out the panel, and then we will leave the panel, get our swag, and then we'll probably immediately go and do a reaction video, and then we will go do a breakdown video later, like a fan chat live with you guys, where we will talk about everything that went down, everything we're thinking, theories, rumors, and things like that. As far as what I expect for them to show us, I mean, probably some Knights of Ren stuff, maybe, talking about what's going on with Kylo and Rey, but I don't really know. I mean, JJ's style is to be pretty secretive with this sort of stuff, but they did say they were going to approach the marketing different for Star Wars Episode 9. I do think they have to give us something. So some semblance, even if it is a teaser trailer, some semblance of the mood of what will be going on in the film, I think is very important. So we'll have the footage. Who knows what exactly they will show? Maybe a bunch of stuff that we can't really place, or we don't really know what that means, but we're at least going to get something. Okay, the next big panel will take place on Saturday, and this is the debut of Jedi Fallen Order. This is the upcoming Star Wars game, which is the first game that, well, let's just be real. This is the first game that's actually going to be a real video game. I mean, the Battlefront 2 games, although they are fun to play, and I actually have played both and own both of them, they're not what we're looking for video games. I mean, video games are an amazing, amazing medium. They're constantly having the boundaries pushed within that medium, and it's so disappointing to me that under the promise of the new, Disney Star Wars, that they have not yet capitalized on telling a great story that would canonically fit into the whole tapestry of Star Wars using this medium. Like, I just can't believe it. Even the story in Battlefront 2, which is decent, is so short, it really doesn't feel like it touches any bits of canon at all. This video game is supposedly taking place where you are a Jedi or a young Padawan that survived Order 66, and you're still trying to survive as a Jedi. And so, for one thing, that time period, amazing to play with. For another thing, I mean, just being a Jedi, of course, as the main character, working through this area and this conflict as they're trying to kill you. Very, very interesting. So we're all really, really excited. I believe we will get a trailer. We'll probably get something cinematic. What's really interesting here is we'll probably learn more about the story in this game and the characters and things than we will learn about Star Wars Episode 9. That's just because I believe JJ is pretty secretive, and unless I'm wrong and they change it, we're just going to get a tease for Star Wars Episode 9, but Jedi Fallen Order will get like a pretty dang good idea about what the story is going to be in this game, what it's going to look like, how it's going to play, and I expect to be blown away on that one. And this will be on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's a little bit different in Central Time, but that's when you can expect it. We will be at this panel, and then we will immediately do first reactions. We'll put up a video of first reactions, and then later that day, we will do a fan chat live breaking it down, as well as probably other videos, down the line as well. But that's what you can expect from the coverage on Saturday from us. Okay, so there's two big panels on Sunday, okay? The first one, which will take place at noon Eastern Standard Time, is going to be showing The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is the live-action show that Jon Favreau has developed. Dave Filoni is doing the pilot. It's all circled around this character that Pedro Pascal is going to play. He's a Mandalorian. He's a gunslinger. Other than that, we know very little. There's a lot of rumors that maybe this is going to be a Lone Wolf and Cub sort of remake. I love Mandalorians. I love Dave Filoni. I love Jon Favreau. I love the idea of Star Wars television, of Star Wars live-action television. I mean, technically it's streaming, but to me, it's the same concept. I love all of these ideas. I am equally as excited for the Mandalorian panel and for the Mandalorian as I am for Star Wars Episode 9. And I'm very excited for Star Wars Episode 9. So, that's just kind of my thing. I think this is going to be a very, very cool panel. I don't know if we'll get a trailer. I got to be honest. I don't know if we'll get a trailer. We'll get a sizzler reel, something very similar to what they did with Rogue One. Now, within that, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff to break down and so much cool stuff. It will set up essentially what to expect from the show. I think that they will talk a little bit more about this character and about the setting and things like that. Dave Filoni tends to be pretty cryptic and pretty, close to the chest with things, but I don't know. Jon Favreau, and here's the thing, the fact, guys, that this is such a big deal for Disney Plus, to me, kind of means maybe they're going to show us a bunch of it. Maybe they know they need to build the hype for this, and they will not approach it the same way that they market other things. So maybe we'll get a little bit more when it comes to The Mandalorian. I'm hoping we get a lot, and I'll be doing a lot of videos and content about that and a lot of thinking about it and stuff too. Once again, we'll probably do first reaction videos, get that up on the channel ASAP, and then right after that, we'll probably do some kind of a fan chat live with you guys, breaking it down, answering your questions, and going deep on The Mandalorian. Now, the last panel on Sunday that I think is like a really big deal is the Clone Wars returning. This is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look, Clone Wars is coming back. This is huge for the fandom. So many people are excited about this. I think it's the best move Disney has currently to reaching out to the people that were really disenfranchised by The Last Jedi. And once again, there's a bunch of reasonable people that were disenfranchised by The Last Jedi. A lot of, buttholes and whatnot, but there were reasonable people that just really didn't like it and it turned them off. I think bringing the Clone Wars back is the best way to get back to those people because the Clone Wars is so beloved by... It's really hard to find a fan that doesn't like the Clone Wars. It's like one of two things. Either they love the Clone Wars or they haven't seen enough of it. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Yeah, I think this is going to be a big deal. I don't know what to expect. I mean... You don't even necessarily need a trailer, but it would be cool for Dave to maybe talk about the ideas that he had, how this is going to be different than the Ahsoka novel as far as, the Siege of Mandalore, and what exactly happened when he had to scrap this, how much of it was reworked and things like that. I think for hardcore fans of Filoni and of his work, yeah, this is going to be a really important panel and really, really cool. Now, what's funny is I might not even be at this panel because of when my flight is scheduled back from Chicago, but I believe we will have someone there at this panel. Either way, we're going to cover what happens at the panel, likely the same kind of stuff. So doing a first reaction and then a fan chat live.